Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went to the wrong screen. We should be looking at this. Thank you, everybody, so much for the subs. Thanks for coming on and subbing right away. That is so kind. That is so nice. I'm extremely close to the next tier of Twitch streamer. Oh, let me turn this music down a little. I'm extremely close. I'm extremely close to the next tier of Twitch streamer. So, oh my God, this is so nice. So, your support is so awesome. I appreciate everybody hanging out here with me. You make this fun. That's Hyper Luigi, Simple GUI, Vaporlab, Keith Squared, and Ultra. Hang on, and of course, and Dumpy Sheep coming in here. Thank you so much. So, listen, we're gonna keep trucking forward, and today we are going to start with a little presentation. Now, I thought that it was more important that I continue streaming because I know people wanted me to stream than it was that I necessarily make this presentation to the best of my abilities. So I kind of stop at a certain point, and because I just wrote so many notes, I was like, what am I doing? I gotta relax. But I think that this will lead to us having a substantive conversation and give us a jumping off point for future analysis. So I wanted to challenge myself. Because I think that I was talking to my wife about this, and I think that I have really been struggling with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as a text in terms of what I am supposed to, or how I am supposed to derive meaning out of the events that are happening. I feel like I understand all of the context, and I kind of like understand in terms of the plot, like why things happen, but I feel like I just have a very surface level understanding of all of the events that are unfolding, and the kind of like thematic tension feels light. So what that kind of results in is that I feel like there are all of these moments in the game that are boring because they're not informing my understanding of the world or adding to my perspective in a significant way. So, like something like when Pyra transforms into Mithra after Vandam dies, it's like, oh, well, Vandam got killed by the bad guys and we needed to power up, so Mithra showed up so that we could outpower the bad guys and get out of that scene. And then it's like, Mithra shows up, and where's the tension? What does Mithra showing up do to the party? What does it do to Rex? And I'm just there, and I'm like, I don't know. And then later in the game, Pyra gets captured, and Rex has this moment, clearly the all is lost moment, where he's like extremely down on himself. And everybody kind of shakes him out of it, knocks sense into him, right? And then you can continue on the journey, but like, what changed? What did he need to understand about himself to go forward? Was it simply that he needed to return to his happy can-do attitude? And that is what the game is about. That is how you achieve greatness in this game. Chat, I don't think so. I think that I am going to participate. I think I'm going to participate in some sense making today. I am going to look at the elements of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that have been laid to my feet. The elements that have inspired confusion and disarray in my brain. And I am going to make meaning out of these events by applying a critical lens to them. By saying, if we approach the text from this point of view, we can then generate meaning between us and the text. We can then understand the events happening in the game on a higher level. And the only way that we can do this, is by first answering this existential question. Thank you for the sub. We must first answer this existential question. What is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 about? What is it about, chat? What is this game about? What is the thing that once I understand, this is what the game is about, the world opens up to me. All of the actions of every single character suddenly make sense. Once I inherit this quality and view every action, every character as a representation of this quality, can I then find meaning in the text that I previously did not understand? Chat, what is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 about? I am going to tell you. But first, before I reveal my findings, before I reveal to the world the understanding that I have reached, I must ask for patience and generosity, dependence. The power of friendship. I ask for patience and generosity, chat, because I am about to reveal something that upon sight, on frame 1, many people, maybe even many people watching this stream right now, will say, oh, that's obvious. Oh, I knew that. I knew that all along. No. You must look deeper. We must, once I reveal what is behind this red spot, we then must tie this in to what is in the text. We do not simply pick a word and say that the game is about that word and talk about psychology. We will bring it back to the events in the text, in the game, and we will show how looking at those events in the game suddenly mean more when we understand, when we inherit the meaning of this word. It is time to reveal. Chat, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is about love. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is about love. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is about love. Chat, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Let's talk about it. Rex begins the game on the back of a Titan. We later learn through the backstories of his parents and his starting circumstances that Rex has no model in his life for romantic intimacy. This will become important later. His dream, a dream of Elysium, one could describe as naive. Everything about Rex's starting position in the world is safe and impersonal. When we talk about Rex and love, the only versions of love that Rex has in his life are communal. He has love for his hometown, Fonset, who he sends them money. He has idealistic love, a love for Elysium, right? This ideal in his head that he holds highly. And he has an abstract kind of love, right? Something about being good, something about doing good for the world, maybe even saving the world. Mic is peaking slightly. Hold. Hold. Okay. Hold. Okay, I think we're in. I think we're good. Okay. How's this? Is this better? Are we doing good? Chat, check 1 2, check 1 2. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Check. Holding the line. Chris. Okay. Great. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, great. This is how Rex starts the game. Now, the catalyst to the story. I think when the story starts, it is supposed to kind of involve you in the main thematic engine of the game. Now, the story starts, I think, in earnest. The catalyst, the event that sets the story into motion, is when we know this. We know the answer to this, right, chat? We know what I'm about to say. When the story starts in earnest, I think people know. When he dies. Yes. When he dies. Okay, good. Specifically, I think when we make the bond with Pyra. So, I want to talk about when Rex dies, and I want to call out a few things that tie back into love and this concept of love that I'm going to be circling this whole presentation. Rex is stabbed through the heart by Jin, right? He only meets Pyra after his heart has been pierced. Pyra says, I will give you half of my life force. That way you can be revived. So now we are introducing this concept, right, of a shared life, a shared body, and a shared existence. Rex is literally reborn through Pyra. And love, I think, is being literalized here, right? Rather than being abstracted or something that we talk about in the text, it is something that is taking on a physical form. It is taking on meaning. It is this idea of being born at the site of love, right? If we can call it that, and I'll get to that in a second. But just imagine how many times you've read or experienced some version of my life took on meaning after I met you, right? When Rex asks Pyra how she knows his name, Pyra replies, just now, when we came into contact. Upon revisiting the scene, upon watching the scene again, I thought that phrasing was really weird. Wait, how do you know my name? Just now, when we came into contact. That phrasing, right? It doesn't really make any sense, and I think somebody could easily say, oh, this is just kind of like driver blade stuff. But the reason that driver blade stuff operates like this is what I'm interested in investigating. Because I think what this game is trying to do, the representation of love that Rex is participating in, is not just that he is in any kind of love, any kind of romantic, intimate love. I think the story between Rex and Pyra specifically is one of love at first sight, or in this case, love at first contact. Pyra did not learn his name. The recognition of who Rex is, it precedes the memory. Let me tell you about this. In Plato's Symposium, Aristophanes describes human beings as once whole, but they were split into two. And love is the search for our missing half. You know, when Pyra talks about where they are, she says, "This world is merely a memory, an ancient, half-forgotten memory of what once was." This is clearly a liminal romantic setting. And Pyra says that by coming to this place, you can save the world. By contact, by coming to this place, by falling in love with me, you can save the world. Saving Pyra is saving the world. Saving Rex could be saving Elysium. Either way, love and life are being fused from the jump. So, my big point here that I want everybody to understand is that my contention is that Rex and Pyra experience love at first sight. And this game is about how that affects them. That is my contention. I think that love at first sight is being dramatized through how Rex and Pyra meet and the unfolding events. Let me continue. Let me continue. Place your hand on my chest. A moment in the game that I think is widely misinterpreted by people who want to judge moments by screenshots. But stories are not moments, they are movements. And we've got to look at how parts make up the whole. Rex's heart was destroyed. Now he places his hand over hers. This is structural mirroring, and her heart restores his own. Their hands meet over the sight of life and death. This is romantic. It is a ritual. It is a language between them. Now, if one dies, the other one suffers. In sickness and in health, they are bound in mortality, and existential interdependence is born between them. Can you not understand? Can you not understand how falling in love now exposes you to the pain of another? How when I fall in love, the pain that they have is now my pain. It is now our pain. Something new is born between us, and everything is shared. Okay. When you think about who Rex is early on in the story after meeting Pyra, I think he blushes a lot and he stammers. He does some overcompensating. He gets really flustered in kind of these playful, like what people would describe as fan servicey moments. And I think that this, on a surface read, looks very, like, almost like we are supposed to, as the player, situate ourselves within Rex and get some kind of strange joy out of objectifying Pyra. But if we stick through our lens of love, Rex having fallen in love at first sight, right? I think you need to imagine that maybe who Pyra is, how she is drawn, the interactions between them, is really meant to dramatize a boy confronted with a love object that he cannot integrate within himself. I think over the course of the game, we see Rex's self-image collapse next to somebody that he perceives as perfect. Stay with me on this. Pyra is hot. She is intimidating. She is powerful. How could you not be intimidated by the coolest girl in school? So out of Rex's league. So instead of thinking of himself as Pyra's partner, as someone that Pyra would choose, Rex instead decides to cast himself as her protector, as somebody who is supposed to, who should protect Pyra. And that is Rex's key flaw, key mistake throughout the entirety of the game. He is so intimidated, so caught up in disbelief that Pyra could love someone like him the way that he immediately and assuredly fell in love with her, that he recontextualizes who he is, that he creates an identity, a vision of the self that is, well, no, she's way out of my league, she can never pick me, she would never be with me, she would never choose to be with me. I am here because I have a role. I see myself as a protector. I see myself as how I did when I was alone on the back of a Titan, because those are the only versions of love that I am familiar with. Communal, idealistic, and abstract. I am here to show my, do something for you. There is a version of love, a romantic kind of intimacy that I cannot allow myself to feel, and I especially cannot allow myself to feel it around you. When Pyra turns into Mithra, I don't think that this moment is random. I don't think that this moment occurs because we need to scale up our power and get out of a tough battle. I think that this is a test of Rex's love. Up until this point, part of the reason why Rex is so intimidated by Pyra, why he cannot imagine himself with her as an equal, is because Rex is in love with an idealized version of a person that is mostly imagined in Rex's own head. But think about it, look at it this way. He thinks of Pyra as, and we see this, she is soft, she is warm, she is gentle, she is visually framed as this glowing, perfect, almost too good to be real woman, and Rex, he blushes around her, he puts her on a pedestal, and, but most importantly, out of everything here, we are supposed to feel like he doesn't believe that he deserves her in that way. Then Mithra shows up. Who is Mithra? What is she like? She is sharper than Pyra, much more abrasive, maybe more confident, more powerful, far less comforting than Pyra. What does this do to Rex? It destabilizes everything Rex thought he understood about the girl that he bonded with. Why does this need to happen at this point in the story? Why do we need to turn Rex's feelings towards Pyra upside down? And it is because love, real love, cannot stay at the level of idealization. At some point, the person you love becomes complicated, more complicated than you ever expected. A secret comes to the surface, something they've been holding back that changes your perception of them, challenges the pedestal that you've put them on. In this case, Mithra is stronger, scarier. Maybe there's a part of this person that doesn't fit into the fantasy built up in Rex's head. Mithra forces Rex to confront that. Again, literalizing this idea of there being more to the person that you fell in love with. They are somebody, they're not who I thought they were at all! If Rex only loved Pyra because she was gentle and reassuring, then Mithra would break that love. She would snap it, right? She's intimidating. She embarrasses Rex. It's so much harder to connect to Mithra than it is Pyra. And she is exposing to Rex and to us that Pyra is so much more than we initially thought. So much more than this idealized vision that we were led to believe. She has destructive power. She has an emotional burden, right? So now the question becomes the new question, right? Do you love the person? Or do you love the image? And early on, I don't think Rex knows how to handle this. I think if Pyra felt too good for Rex, I think maybe Mithra feels like too much for Rex. But over time, he realizes that these are not two different people in the way that he initially experiences them. They're more like expressions of the same person. And once Rex accepts that, his love for them deepens. It stops being about protecting a glowing ideal and becomes about accepting somebody fully. You know, guilt and abrasiveness, it doesn't matter, right? And I think even, you know, you've got Pyra, you've got Mithra, you've got all of these names. A rose by any other name would smell just as sweet, right? It doesn't matter. The name doesn't matter. What matters is the person, not the image. And what is a name but an image? What is a hairstyle but an image? Pyra, Mithra, it doesn't matter. Because Rex loves something real, far harder to grasp than a name or a hair color or any of that stuff. There is something there. There is something there at a point of connection that he recognizes. Oh, I already knew your name. I already knew your name. Don't worry about it. So as the game goes on, Rex's struggle, right? Rex's struggle. I think that something that gave me a lot of trouble in my reading of this video game is that, to be honest, I kind of felt like a struggle emerged, and I didn't really know where it came from. All of a sudden, almost everything Rex was talking about, and all the things that the characters were talking about him, that were saying to him, the kind of great concern of the game, it felt like we had landed on this idea of worthiness. You know, he keeps failing to protect Pyra and Mithra. He watches them suffer. He sees how powerful they are over and over again, and he starts internalizing this idea. I'm not enough. Because if Rex defines himself, as we said previously, through protection, through usefulness, if that's why he's here, and he fails at protecting the person he loves over and over again, then what is he? This is why the all is lost moment happens when Pyra is taken away. And the breakthrough that occurs after Pyra is captured, when he has that moment where he needs somebody in the party to wake him up, to make him realize something, that breakthrough, it doesn't happen and result in Rex getting stronger, right? It's not about having to become stronger. I think it comes almost entirely on an internal level, on a psychological level. It comes when Rex accepts that he loves her, and I think most importantly, maybe she loves him. His insecurity this entire time has been, how could somebody like you love someone like me? But once he is willing to internalize that she did choose him, and that she continues to choose him, Rex's insecurity collapses, right? So, from this point on, Rex stops seeing himself as beneath Pyra. He stops trying to justify why he deserves to stand next to her. And this is kind of why the story doesn't radically change after this point, because the external quest is the same, the villains are the same, the objectives are the same. The only thing that changes is Rex's posture. All of a sudden, when he's with Pyra and Mithra, he stands and speaks differently. He's not flinching anymore. He's much more confident. He's not going to hesitate in moments of emotional intensity. The plot is not going to escalate in any new direction because it doesn't need to. The internal conflict has effectively been resolved. This is not a game about whether or not Rex can defeat Malice. It's about whether Rex can accept being loved by someone that he sees as greater than himself. And once that is solved, everything else is execution. So by the time that we rescue Pyra and Mithra, by the time that they come together and they form Penuma, what we are seeing is a Rex who, over time, his love has matured. He is no longer reacting to a fantasy version of Pyra. He's no longer being destabilized by Mithra. He understands that they are the same person. He doesn't even need to have a reaction when they turn into a third one. A third sword? Who cares? That's not the point. This one turns to dust in my hand. This one shows up minutes later. All the swords are the same. A rose by any other name. The same fears, the same guilt, the same desire to protect others, and all of that is literalized in Numa, kind of mirroring the emotional integration. Rex sees her as whole. Rex now sees her as whole. Rex sees her as something more complete, more real than Pyra or Mithra. He sees her for who she really is. And who she really is loves Rex. And now that he sees that, she is allowed to become whole. She is allowed to become this new person. Once you recognize me again, I am taking half of your heart. Once you recognize me again, then I can become the whole. I can stand differently after this. I can be calmer. I can be more grounded, and I can know that we are able to face any challenge that may come our way. Okay. I see that rather than talking about anything of substance, we have instead decided to focus on my picking up of the name Penuma because I picked that up at some point. All right. So okay. Anyways, I think that once you come to this rhetorical agreement that this is a game about love and representations of love, a lot of the other characters in the cast start making more sense too. Nia can be read as a character that's concerned with self-love, right? And the idea that loving the self can then eventually open you up to loving others. When Nia finally fully embraces herself, one of the first things she does is tell somebody else that she loves them. It's not really important that she actually does. I don't even think that she actually does. I think that that moment is there to dramatize that she is even capable of this. Because a Nia who did not love herself was not capable of loving anyone else. And now, when her arc completes, now she is. If you look at Tora is obviously, I think, in conversation with love. Right? I think about, imagine a person who sees this incredible version of love all around them. They yearn for this romantic relationship, this incredibly intimate, close relationship that they see between drivers and blades, but they believe themselves incapable of experiencing this. I think Tora desperately wants, like, what Rex and Pyra have. Unfortunately, I think that Tora also doesn't completely understand love. I think he wants the spectacle of connection more than he wants companionship. This kind of mythic, fated driver and blade bond. So, in that pursuit, he builds Poppy. He tries to manufacture his own fantasy. He believes that if he can construct the right form, the right design, the right personality, that he can skip being vulnerable. But I think Poppy actually undermines what Tora is attempting to do. Because Poppy, on her own, grows and develops and reacts and kind of turns into a person in ways that Tora, I think, didn't program, in a way that he does not fully understand her. And that's because you cannot manufacture reciprocal love. You can create a vessel, but love emerges through growth, unpredictability, and recognition. So Tora starts this game chasing love as a fantasy. And he learns that love maybe cannot be forced into existence through his own designs alone, right? Thank you for the sub, Sumi Wake. I appreciate it. And I think you see how Tora treats Poppy, and kind of like Poppy's arc alongside Tora, as going from this very fantasy-driven idea into something a little bit more developed. It kind of starts as this incel's idealized version of what they think love is, and then turns into something more layered and meaningful over the course of the game. Yeah, I think you can do this with a lot, right? I think you can do this with a lot. I think Vandom, looking back at the game, if you think about Rex as somebody who lacks maturity, as somebody who has never known or understood mature love, I think you can almost say that Vandom is the opposite. Everyone's fighting their own war. Everyone's got their own war to fight, whatever it is. This is clearly double rating. I think anybody insisting that he is talking about everybody literally fighting on a battlefield is kidding themselves. He's talking about something happening internally. Everybody's, dealing with stuff. Everybody's carrying something, protecting something. Everybody is loving something in their own way. And I think Vandom is meant to represent this kind of mature love, but also this understanding that love is a shared burden. Vandom is somebody who I think loves through protection without possession. He steps in, mentors Rex, and then dies. And I don't think he dies because he was trying to prove something. I think he dies because that's who he is. He didn't doubt his worth, and he didn't need to be chosen by anybody else. He understands that loving people means respecting the wars that they're fighting inside, and his death pushes Rex toward his emotional adulthood. Because this is somebody that Rex gets to see express his love for others without insecurity. And he was willing to pay the price. I need to play a little bit more of the game. But if we contextualize Vandom as somebody who's willing to pay the price, as somebody who's willing to let go for the sake of love, do we think that maybe Jin, looking back on his relationship with, that girl in the flashbacks whose name will come to me, could we maybe identify Jin as a love that refuses to let go? Laura. Instead of allowing grief which I think is a form of love, to reshape him, Jin freezes inside of that grief. He cannot accept that love can be temporary. And he cannot accept a world where the memory of that love is allowed to fade. Jin's fatal misunderstanding is that I think he sees love as an act of preservation, where really love is an act of growth. And Rex learns that love means integration. It means moving forward, which is why his version of love, his version of seeing Pyra and Mithra, is what allows them to transform and become more powerful. So I think every character in the game is really in conversation with these existential questions surrounding love, right? Some people are doubting that they deserve it. Some people are hiding from it. Some people are trying to fake it, build it artificially. Some people are freezing inside the memory of it. And I think maybe some people, Pyra and Mithra, are trying to disappear so that they won't hurt anyone, right? Is there a version of love that is self-erasure? Is there, while Rex fears that he is not worthy of love, Pyra and Mithra fear that they are too dangerous to be loved. Their version of love is that they believe love means removing themselves from the equation entirely to spare others. That is a love that I think has been twisted by shame. A very queer-coded thematic engine. And they think that loving someone, loving themselves even, means disappearing so that you can't hurt them or anyone else. But Rex's growth is what will challenge that idea, because Rex refuses their self-erasure through recognition. He insists that they cannot vanish. They cannot disappear, because he comes to see them so clearly. All of this leads me to believe that the theme of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is that love does not require perfection. It requires recognition. Love is recognition. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for listening. Okay. So obviously I didn't have a lot of time to make this presentation as complete as I wanted it to be, but I thought it would be nice to have some slides, have some music. It is what it is. I honestly just spent so much time like writing out notes and stuff. And the real hard thing is that I really wished that there was like a script for the game that I could read so that I could just have all the words on the page. And it was just so hard to like go through the cutscenes and like parse the text that way that it ended up taking me a little longer than I wanted. And I wanted to make sure I came on and streamed for everybody and didn't leave you hanging too much. Xenoseries Wiki has game scripts, I believe. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Maybe somebody can. The other thing is that like then I download a game script and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing with the end of the game right there in front of me? You know what I mean? Because I'd like to see that, honestly. I'd like to see that eventually, and I think I could do a. You know what I mean? The slides were good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can't control F cutscenes. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's chapter by chapter. Okay, that's helpful actually. Okay, good to know. But yeah, so I think what I wanted to prove here in this analysis, in this reading, and I hope this comes across to people, is that I am not necessarily saying that the creators of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sat down and wrote the word love on a giant whiteboard, and thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much. Wrote the word love down on a giant whiteboard and said, okay, let's make like an incredibly complex, distillation of different kinds of love. But I don't really care what they did on purpose or didn't do on purpose. My point here is that applying a reading is so much more than decoding. It is so much more than the Gnosticism or the the Christian theology kind of like, this is what this represents. And I think it is about the movements. It is about what is the actions that are taken and how that aligns with the thematic meaning. So when I say, why does Vandom die? It's to prove something to Rex that is tied to the thematic meaning. When Mithra emerges, it is to test Rex. It is to give him something that kind of plays the role of the beat in the story that I'm looking for. And I think like a strong analysis of any kind of a critical lens of these games, must be tied to how they generate meaning. It must be tied to how the game moves. And you don't necessarily have to do this about love. I think that there are probably other equally valid interpretations about what this game is quote unquote about. But when I went through the game and I started really, really, really parsing it for meaning, what occurred to me was, in fact, that I found this to be the lens through which I came to understand the movements of this game better than I initially did. So do I think that, do I think that everything... Sorry, chat. I just got an email for National Employee Appreciation Day, and the office on Friday will have cookies and coffee served in the dining room from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cookies and coffee. You love to see it. What a stupid email. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, thank you for the cookies and coffee. I'm like, are those not normally in there? Are those not normally in that room? It's like... Oh my god. Alright. I'm willing to take questions now. I'm willing to take questions now. We can do a questions part of this stream. Jake, you missed the quote me baby on the last stream. Loving this presentation. Okay, let me hit you with a quote me baby. On the topic of love, let me give you a quote about love. Let's see. Hold. Surely there's one in this document that's about love. I love a good love quotation. Oh, here we go. Okay. Antony and Cleopatra, a little Shakespeare. The stroke of death is as a lover's pinch, which hurts and is desired. The stroke of death is as a lover's pinch, which hurts and is desired. You know, love can ignite us with passion, but it can also cause the greatest pain. And when, Antony and Cleopatra, when Cleopatra kind of orders that guy, or orders her, like, servant or whatever to bring the snakes to her, she kind of has this whole thing about how leaving the world while lying implies that you have no love left to give. And the world, everything around it's I don't know, it's good. Listen, I like my Shakespeare, dude. All right, let's talk. Okay, let me see. I'm scanning for questions. Heck yeah. Thank you, everybody, for being kind about the presentation. I think you are all... I appreciate you all being audience members. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. What of a Malthus? Asks Jake and Bacon 356. What love does a Malthus represent? Okay. So I think, like... Ooh, a Malthus. So you gotta think about what Amalthus kind of does in his character arc, right? And kind of the core relationships that Amalthus has to other characters. I would say, like, you could do a reading of Amalthus as love being conditional. It's a kind of love that is withheld and weaponized against others. And I think, there's this question of recognition that Rex's arc is so concerned with. And I think that Amalthus is kind of concerned with this question of, does this deserve to exist, right? And I think that's such an interesting rope to pull on, because it's in direct opposition with the arc that Rex needs to go on. I don't want you to recognize this. I want you to deny that this should even exist, right? Which I think feeds into the arc that Pyra and Mithra are on, with their kind of feelings of self-erasure, right? Yeah. I think that makes sense. Yeah, because it is almost this literalization of the fear that Pyra has at that point, right? Because he kind of looks at the world and decides that it shouldn't exist. It's not worth saving. Yeah. Okay. I hope that answered your question. Do Morag or Zeke fit into this theme at all? I think so. I kind of think, like, Morag and Zeke in particular are... I think now that I've kind of explained this perspective, I don't think it's too hard to kind of, like, draw your own conclusions about how they are represented in this game. Because I think with Morag, it's... It's kind of about the combination of love and duty, and Morag's journey in the game is actually kind of about fighting the thing that Pyra is most afraid of, this feeling of self-erasure. And I think that Morag is really supposed to be there as somebody who is, like, disciplined, and it shows what love looks like when it isn't fighting ego in some ways. And then Zeke's easy, because Zeke is just about the love beneath performance, right? And it's kind of funny. I think you see how Pandoria like knows exactly who Zeke is, and there is this kind of, I think you could see like maybe Pandoria has like romantic feelings for Zeke, and I think that that is grounded in recognition, in seeing the other. So if Morag is there to kind of play into or speak to part of Pyra and Mithra's arc, I actually think that Zeke is there to kind of play into Rex's arc, because it is much more concerned with the cultivation of a fake identity, of an identity that is not entirely correct, and is ultimately served by recognition, right? Which is cool, actually, I think. Yeah. Forgive me for the selfish question really quick. Are you planning to post the previous stream VOD, or did it get too toxic? So the stream VOD is on Twitch. It's available to watch. It's just I had to edit it because it was like there was like a content thing on Twitch, because I watched a YouTube video at one point and it was like, you need to edit this out. So now it's in like the highlights section, but both parts are there. It's just cutting out the YouTube video, so it's still there. In terms of posting them on YouTube, I just don't know. I'm just not into posting these on YouTube these days. I just have like a bad experience anytime I post anything on YouTube. So that's kind of where that's where my head is at with that right now. Malos and his relationship to the theme so far, said Dead or Disabled. Dead or Disabled, to be completely honest with you, I feel like I just don't know what's going on with Malos as like I feel like I need some endgame stuff, and I feel like I don't know that guy. I can take some guesses, but I just feel like I don't know that guy. So I'm a little lost. So I need more gaming, you know? Hey Jake, after Vandom's death, you called out people who were casting Rex into the role of Pyra's lover. Since you have come to this thematic lens for the game, do you think it is fair to view them as lovers since the start of the game, or do you think you need to reach this part of the game to come to that conclusion? Project Iceferia, I think when I talk about this game being about love, and other people talking about Rex and Pyra being lovers, to be completely honest with you, I just think we're talking about two different things. Because I think that when people talk about love in this game, they're just kind of talking about one thing. And if all you're talking about is somebody having romantic feelings for another, congratulations. That is very obvious. That is very obvious the entirety of this game. That Rex is like, ooh, I'm nervous. There's a hot girl here. It's like, yeah, of course that's in the game. But like the idea that you need to say more than that, right? You need to say more. It's to me, that's the equivalent of this being the only slide, and all I said about this game is just being like, oh, they're in love. Yeah. But like, you need to be able to tell me how the game is moving through their love and what is important, because if you don't have this element of recognition and how the other characters are kind of playing into because listen, I'm using the word love here, but I think like ultimately this game is about like seeing others and seeing yourself clearly. And I think I think if you just talk about like love and romantic love, you are missing the core of like the real movements of this game. About recognition, right? And the reason that Pyra and Rex's kind of like love and their arcs are tied together is that they are literally tied within the recognition of each other, because they each have a part of themselves in the other one. So to know themselves, they need to know the other and see both parts clearly, right? So maybe that's an unfair answer. Maybe that's like a cop-out. But I just, like, I don't know. I saw a lot of people making comments to me that were not articulating anything to the degree that I feel like I'm kind of trying to articulate it right now. Like if I'm just being honest, right? And maybe that's on me. Maybe that's on the forum that we are on. But just like between the Discord and the chat, I think that it's more than just being like to me, some of it occasionally feels like when people say Pokemon X and Y are about beauty. It's like, yeah, okay. I gotta change this. Let's get Gramps. Is the music in the background cool, or was that a bad choice? Okay, great. Listen, I just went to YouTube and I hit Xenoblade Chronicles 2 soundtrack extended and I started at the top. Okay. Okay, great. Have you seen much of Amalthus yet? I think so. Whose arc other than Shulk was your favorite from the first game? I'm not sure. Probably Fiora. I don't really understand this reading on Amalthus. He's shady and framed as if he's hiding something, but he still saves Zeke, refugees on the Praetorium, and helps out the party. Can you help me understand a little bit better? Nah, I think I explained the best I could. It's also, like... I think part of this, too, is that you have to remember... My job here is not to give you answers in the way that I think... maybe if I were to make a video essay on YouTube about Xenoblade Chronicles is actually about, I'm not trying to give you answers in that way. I'm not trying to give you answers like that. I'm trying to propose a framework through which you can interpret the events in this game and consistently find meaning that is kind of orbiting the same core concepts. Wait, the music is random? Thought some of them really fit the slides perfectly and were picked for those slides? Absolutely not. I've just got the YouTube playlist in front of me, and when I knew I was about to transition, I just kind of hit a new song and let the slide play for it and let it... No, absolutely not. That was all improv, baby. That was all... I think people forget how good I am at the cold read. Okay, I think people forget that I am a magician when it comes to that. Yeah. Oh my god. So all I'm saying is like this is not about answers. It's about like challenging yourself and going, okay, now that I know this, now that I'm seeing things this way, what else can this surface for me, right? And I think that's like an exciting process to go through. I think there's a question about this, but I want to make sure. Oh, now that you're viewing the game from this lens, does it change your predictions for where the game goes from here, and especially what the ending looks like? Stuart98, what a great question. What an amazing question. I think like, yeah, I think to be completely honest, if I am correct, if my read is sound, then I think that there is a requirement on the part of the game to fulfill the promise of my read. So what do I mean by that? If I think that this is a game about seeing yourself and seeing others clearly, then I think that there has to be a scene. There has to be a scene towards the end of this game where it's like, oh, what do I call you? Pyra? Mithra? Epidonuma? You know what I mean? And then I need somebody, and then I need Rex to go like, it doesn't matter. I know you're the same no matter what I call you. X, Y, Z, take your pick of the litter. I don't care. A rose by any other name smells just as sweet. Like, that's the scene that I need. I need the scene. I need them to say it. I need them to literally say, I see you clearly. It doesn't matter who you are. Pyra, Mithra, what? Can I get the pronunciation on this? I'm just, I feel stupid saying it. I feel stupid saying it. Numa? Oh, no, I feel even stupider now. Okay. All right. What a bummer. What an absolute bummer. All right. All right. Numa. It sounds like a brand of Greek yogurt. Let me get my Numa. All right. Do you think the game is saying something by making so many of the couples be driver blade pairs, which have an inherently unequal and dependent relationship? A little bit. I think it's about being exposed, but I also think that they're maybe using, like... I I'm trying to figure out how to say this in a way that will make sense, because I think like there is something literalizing about drivers and blades, and about being like, there are couples here, without making every single person this kind of immediately like, oh, we're fucking, we're kissing, you know what I mean? So it gets you thinking about partnership and mutual actualization in the way that like love achieves that, without making it like just making everybody a couple, you know what I mean? Pneuma is Old Greek for spirit, air, and breath. That sounds like Greek yogurt to me. Yeah, so I think like I like this question because it's kind of asking like the system is, it's like, I don't know, it's like asymmetrical, right? Is kind of like the heart of the question. Yeah, so there's almost something about the system itself that I think pushes back against the oh my god. Speaking of love, let me tell you a little bit about love. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Love is when she brings you a little bowl of grapes. Thank you. Yeah, I got that for you. There you go, Sarah. A little mutual. I help you, you help me. Oh my god, these grapes are good. Oh, chat, if I could share these grapes with you. Dear God, what a time to be alive. Oh my god. Oh. So, I kind of think the driver blade thing is cool because it kind of indicates, if we say that like the driver blade relationship is this literalization of love, I think that this kind of makes sense because it demonstrates that identity is shaped by connection. The loss of love completely rewrites who you are. That's something that the blades struggle with, right? When their match dies, it completely rewrites their idea of who they are. I think that some people exploit those that they are in love with, their bonds. They exploit their bonds. Some people even like weaponize them. And ultimately we see our protagonists grow through the bonds, right? So yeah, so it's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Where do you think Tora and Poppy's arcs are headed, if anywhere? I don't know. I gotta wait and see. I agree that love plays a big part of the game, but I would argue that death is more so what the game is about. I think death is like a topic. Death is like in the game. That's kind of different than what I'm talking about in terms of its thematic meaning. I think that like, yeah, like I understand that we talk a lot about death, and yeah, I don't know. Top Cape just said it, but like I can make a pretty compelling argument that every story is about death if you just kind of like rewrite it into, well, it's the death of, and because it's just loss, right? And every story deals with loss, whether it be loss of an idealized world that you saw for yourself at the beginning of the story or whatever. So yeah, so that's tough for me. That's tough for me. But I think if you were willing to go through the game and kind of draw the, perform the reading in the way that I did, I think I'd be willing to check that out. This continued. Like Pyra wanting to reach Elysium to end herself, yet there is feelings of love between them too. Also, the whole thing about blades and their identity dying every time they reincarnate also pushes the theme of death forward. See, I actually think that that's love. I think that that's still love. Because when someone dies, the thing that they are lacking is the love that gave them their identity. And I think ultimately the lack is not the thing that it's about the other thing, right? What would you say is the crucial thing that made this theme hard to parse up until this point? Really, really bad pacing, I think is the biggest thing. Like, really, really bad pacing. I think that this game has, like, a terrible balance between action and exposition. And every time important things happen, all of the action stops, and they instead flood your brain with all of this content and context that ultimately doesn't matter, but just because they're, like, obsessed with telling you the details of the world, and the characters and all of this other stuff. So, because the pacing is so poor, it is really, really, really hard to zone in on what's important and when the game is trying to communicate to you and when it's trying to versus when it's trying to communicate at you. God, because this game just has a problem with communicating at you, and like all of the stuff, dude, all of the stuff that they're communicating at you is just like, it's like nothing. It's like nothing. It's just just in the air. So I don't know. So there are these moments where, like, you know, when Nia has her transformation and Rex has this moment where he's like, whatever it is he says, where he's like, I love you, I love everyone. It's like this moment where I think, where Rex is like, oh, I don't have to just be the protector. I can see myself as the partner. I can see myself as the person who can love others. I can see myself as somebody worthy of loving Pyra. I can see, you know, and it's this moment, and I think it's meaningful, and it kind of demonstrates what this whole little arc that Rex goes on, from Pyra getting captured to that moment, to verbalizing that it's about love. I love you. I love all you guys. This is something that, like, he couldn't, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is what it's about. This is the transformation that he went on after the all is lost moment. And it's much like Pyra, Nia has just undergone a transformation. But because Rex has grown to understand that none of that stuff matters, and there's something more on the inside, there's something more important than the idealized version or the fantasy of who your friends are, and that's the thing that he loves. It doesn't shake him in the way that the Pyra Mithra transformation kind of had an effect on him. So when the Nia transformation happens, it doesn't even faze him, because he has reached this level of self-perception that allows him to love more freely. And it's like, that's something. That's something. But man, this game, they do not want you to come to that conclusion. It is so much easier to come to that conclusion now, afterwards, talking about it, because I'm snipping out all of the nonsense that the game floods my brain with while those scenes are happening. And it's like, so, I don't know. It's when the game's screaming at you about 30 things that are important, it can be hard to get what's really important. Question, does the concept of, this is YomiPon37, does the concept of the Architect and Elysium add to that theme, or is that mostly part of the plot? Oh, I think it's definitely part of the theme. 100%. 100%. Sorry, I'm munching on grapes. So, I think, like, you know what's tough with this? Is that I actually think that, like, those original theological elements are already so concerned with love that, like, I don't even have to really, like, draw that connection myself, right? Because not really knowing however large the rest of this game is, you can very easily imagine the architect kind of representing a creator who has built a world where love is the engine, and then kind of just stepped back to see what humanity would do with that. And I kind of think Elysium is just maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I kind of think Elysium is just fantasy. It's just like the epitomization of where Rex starts the game, which would be seeing Pyra as this idealized thing that isn't real. So, that's what Rex wants at the beginning of the game. He wants Elysium, but he doesn't know what love is. So I think Elysium almost has to be this fantasy perfect place that's completely idealized that actually doesn't exist, right? Because if, like, you know, because if love is mutual recognition, then actually you were on Elysium the entire time. You've just got to make it yourself, right? You've got to see Elysium in the world around you. So, could Elysium be his naive idea that he can protect the people he loves? I'm not sure what that means, but maybe. SCMBT, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it, guys. If you're enjoying the streams, thank you so much for the subs. Not only do you get to skip all of the ads, you get to make me happy and not feel stupid for committing this much thought and time to a literary analysis of a Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Okay. So, thank you for your pain and suffering, Jake. You're welcome. That is Chords of Steel. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. So, I think we're all on the same page. Really like that you put in so much work and took it seriously. It's more than I ever did for the past 10 years. This is the stuff Xeno fans live for, honestly. Oh, okay, great. Okay, great. I'm happy. Look, as long as the people are having a good time, I'm having a good time. I thank you with a Prime if I didn't use it earlier this month. That's all right. No worries. This was a fun exercise. Oh, Nishonia's hitting me with that Prime. Thank you so much, Nishonia. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We got a lot of people watching, so here's my plan. I think my plan is that I want to, wait a second. No. Oh, no wonder my mic was being weird. It had this thing on it the whole time. No. All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. No, it's fine. Does it sound relatively okay to everybody listening? Does it sound okay? Are we good? Am I just paranoid? Am I in my head? It's good. Don't worry, it sounds fine. Okay, great. Okay. Guys, I think I want to buy a new mic soon. I think I'm going to do it. I just need more subs, and then I can get it done. All right, no, okay. Favorite Gen 10 starter? Brout, the grass one. The grass bird, 100% Brout. I'm a Brout man until I die. I think Brout might go down as one of the greatest Pokemon of all time. That's where I'm at with Brout. I think, guys, they made an eyebrow Pokemon. That's very important to me. Don't question it. Don't think about it too much. But the fact that they made an eyebrow Pokemon is a big deal for me. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to hit the little away button. I'm gonna go relieve myself, get a little drinky poo, and then we will actually play the game. I thought you said you were gonna go for the most nose forward. No. Brow is also the most nose forward. He's got that big beak, 100%. And out of his nose comes he's the most nose forward, trust me. Okay. I appreciate everybody hanging around. Obviously, this has been an hour and 20 minute stream in which I have simply refused to play the video game, and I know that that is unusual, so I appreciate everybody hanging around. We will get the stream started in just a moment. Go refresh yourself, stretch your legs. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Or not goodbye. See you soon. We're in business, baby. We're in business. Oh my god! I thought I was supposed to set this up when I got back. Oh my god! I'm sorry. Give me literally like 30 more seconds. I was clowning around. I was clowning around. I'm so sorry. So funny, dude. Okay, what that was that I did not I had no monitor to see the game myself. I was like oh, I should set that up. What's this notification for? Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh my god. What a delight. Oh, Chad, I just want to play this puppy so bad, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, there's a part of me. It's like, Jake, come on. Come on, buddy. Go into I've been having a really good time. I've been having a really good time with Fire Red. Having a crazy good time with Fire Red, actually. An all-timer. A classic. If there were to be such a thing in the world of video games. No doubt. No doubt. Is it strange that we get XD before Coliseum? Does it signal something? Can I tell you my theory? My theory is that Coliseum was supposed to come out on Pokemon Day, but then Game Freak or whoever put together Fire Red and Leaf Green, and they said, we want that to come out on Pokemon Day. And it was like, oh, okay, well, we don't want to give people something else to play that's available this day right after the presentation because we want to sell Fire Red and Leaf Green. So let's just push back Coliseum. And long story short, I kind of think Pokemon Coliseum is just going to come out on NSO tonight. I think it's going to come out on tonight. I think it's going to come out when they've done this before. The Nintendo Music updates are on Monday, and I think that tonight they're going to do the soundtrack for Pokemon Coliseum, and that game is just going to be on GameCube tonight. That's my take. That's I know I'm crazy. I'm sorry. Just watch, chat. Just watch. Just watch. We're gonna get a Nintendo Music update. And we're gonna get Pokemon Coliseum. And I'm gonna be playing it like a happy little boy tonight. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh my god, we've got our new outfit, I forgot. I look so sick. Look at my shit, yeah. Alright, let's go, Mithra. Oh my god.
What have we here?
What have we here? Oh, give me that wood. Okay. Chat, is there anything I need to do in the settings or anything before I move forward? Is there anything that it's like, Jake, now that you're here and you have control and you're playing as Rex? No, I'm good. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Say no more. Oh, okay. We're in.
Really? You got to meet Adam?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I have broken bits of memory about him. Adam told me something. He told me to fight for the things that I wanted to protect.
Sure.
I made my choice. I fight for you and Pyra. I mean, I'm still not good enough for you, but...
That's crazy.
Don't say that.
That's right.
I've made a choice as well.
Oh my god.
Not to live in fear.
Wait, chat, it's all happening.
Hey, when you transformed before,
That form, it's our true nature.
Say
The
it.
sword changed, right?
yeah.
It's not just physically stronger. It also lets us control artifices at will.
Yes.
So be careful.
Capital A.
Careful.
I mean, don't get carried away.
I see. Which one of you is it, in that form?
Which one?
Deep down.
It's not one or the other. It's both at once.
Like coffee with milk?
What kind of a... something like that, anyway.
So you're Mithra? Myra?
It doesn't matter.
That's good.
Pyra, Mithra, they're both me. Call me...
There it is. It doesn't matter. They're both me. Well, I mean, okay, listen. This is what I asked for. This is what I asked for. This is what I wanted. I'm a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. I think that this is not very exciting. It's maybe not how I would have written the moment. But it is what I asked for.
Whichever.
Okay, sure.
All right. Well, this is odd. What? Well, this is a bit strange, I would say. Okay, so I guess I just wasn't seeing this coming. See, I guess I just didn't think this game was capable of allowing you to make a choice that would actually affect anything. So, okay. I think I like this, chat. I think I like this. So I think that this kind of really adheres to what I was saying before about how, you know, beneath love, I think that this is a game about like recognition, about seeing yourself and seeing others clearly, and it's giving you this moment, right, of the truth is who I see you as, and that being something that empowers rather than something that limits. And Mithra is like Pyra, Mithra, whoever, it's all me. It's all the same. The name, that stuff doesn't matter. So it's kind of funny. It's like for the sake of functionality, we need a name so we have something to yell out. But I think this kind of aligns with what I was saying almost to a frightening degree. Good. Yes. The game listened to the yap. Because like the thing that's cool about this is that it is dramatizing it as it now okay, can we be real for a second? Can we have like a so I'm gonna say up until this point, I was like, oh, I actually really cooked and I uncovered something that is going to make all of these Xenoblade viewers think that I am really smart. And now that I have hit this moment, I'm like, oh no, it's obvious. Now I'm like, oh, wait a second. It's right in front of our faces. I think if I would have played 45 more seconds last time, I would have... Jake, chat has spent a solid 10 days predicting that you would hate this moment. Wait, why? Wait, why? Wait, really? Really? Wait, what was I supposed to hate about this? I think this is good. Because it doesn't change anything. It's just a name. It's meaningless. That's the point. Probably from a male gaze POV. How is this? What does that mean? Oh, because it's like she should choose her own name. That's the idea? Oh man, I'm extremely worried. I'm extremely worried about the construction of feminism that has plagued this community, because that's bad. If that's what we're fighting about, that's what people think is bad. Bro, what is it? 2007? What is this girl boss feminism? Guys. Oh, that's crazy. You gotta think more of me than that. You gotta give me more credit than that. That's crazy. It's not about her, like, sense of self or identity or her ability to, it's not about what's important to her at all. It's about the point of this moment is that it's meaningless. The point of this moment is demonstrating to you that the difference between Pyra and Mithra is this. This is the difference. A click on the D-pad. That is the difference between Pyra and Mithra. Red hair, blonde, and some different letters. That is the point of this moment. This moment is there to communicate to you, the player, that this shit that you imagined as two completely different people is nothing. That, like, obviously that's what this moment is. Wait, no, we need to talk. We need to talk right now about how other people perceive this moment. This is fascinating to me. I think that this is the most oblique. This is the most visible that the game has been about what it's about the entire time. This is fascinating to me. Man, wow. People are just missing this because they're trying to be woke. Click on the D-pad is crazy since that's how you switch them during battle. I like that. I don't think anybody figured it out like you. No. I think it goes over most people's heads, myself included. I always saw her as green. I don't know how y'all are seeing blue. Wait. What is blue? Who is blue? Oh no. Oh no. Colorblind moment. No. Oh, the third one? No, the third one's green. The third one's green. You guys are having colorblind moments, not me. There are two camps: people who bought into the essay somebody wrote about this game shortly after it launched, and other people who rejected that bad argument because they actually understood the game. Okay. Jake, this choice is about their fused form. No, I'm aware. I'm aware. And she just said that her fused form is the most. She just said this. She said her fused form is like the most true version of herself. And she was like, what this moment is saying it does not matter what you choose to call the most true version of myself. We need to get this. We need, because we cannot continue if we cannot get past this. This is again, this is the most. There is no subtext. There is only text. There is only text. Okay. Man, this is awesome. I love this. Okay. All right. Which one am I picking? Is there a should from people who have played this game, is there anything that should sway my choice? Or is it truly whichever one I want? No, I'm not doing a chat poll. This is not a democracy. It is a monarchy, and I am the Burger King. No. No, nothing. Okay. It's just who you want. Okay. It truly doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Time to make my choice. Time to make my choice. Time to make my choice. Who? Okay. Oh man. Chad, I feel like I'm choosing between ex-girlfriends right now. This is bad. We're all still gonna be here in an hour. This is like when you get your starter Pokemon and they're like, you want to nickname it, and you hit yes, and then you just stare at that goddamn screen. Oh man.
You can transform at will.
If I need to.
I see.
What? What are you laughing at?
Well, I kind of preferred your hair in.
Explain your choice. I think maybe a less mature version of me in the past would have chosen Mithra. But I think the more mature version of myself that stands before you today knows that Pyra's the move. That's my take. That's my take. I'm not gonna romanticize Mithra. All right, all that dude. Absolutely not.
That form.
It's like that, is it? You jerk.
Damn. Nice. Nice, dude. Love this.
That sound.
Make her blush.
It's the others. Come on.
That's an equal relationship. An equal relationship is one in which I make you blush and you make me blush. Excellent work.
Come out, come out.
Now this is the hot take of all time. What do you mean? Thank you for the follow. Man, what a weird place. I feel like I'm in Xenoblade Chronicles X right now.
I can't.
In the town.
I can't lose to these fools.
Bro, you're gonna lose to those fools. You are.
Jin?
He wound up here too.
He just took it on the head.
He's still wounded from before.
Rex?
Bro, he's like Shadow the Hedgehog right now.
You can't move, right? I can't just let you die here. Even if you are my enemy. Mithra?
We must. But don't kid yourself that I think this is a good idea, Rex.
You know... Oh, wait, that's kind of cool. Wait. I mean... Wait. I couldn't. Unless... Should I? No. But... Maybe... If... Do we think... No. You don't... Yes? Oh. So you're saying there's a chance.
Your life is mine to extinguish. Ready for action! Yeah! Why not? Thanks for that. Yeah! How about you? Double spinning edge!
Quicken arts!
Wolfring! I've got it well in hand.
Ultra slap!
Yeah! Decisive blow!
Brutal blast! How about you go? Skyward slash!
Why not? Heavy hitter!
How about you?
Yeah! Dolly
How
up!
about you?
Wherever it hurts.
Die!
You
Mithra!
won the moment you called on
Sword
me.
bash! Pyra!
I think
Let me
this
do
needs
it!
a lighter touch.
I've waited for this all
It's okay.
day!
Ha!
Why not?
Skyward slash! Volcano
Oh
break!
my god. Incredible work. Oh my god, the computer switched to Pyra. Oh my god.
But why did you help me? I'm... Our enemy? Yeah, we know that. Even so, it would have been wrong. I just thought... I can't let it end like that. And... No. It's nothing.
Bro, look at his face. He's kind of a weirdo.
Hey! What?
Bro, they were about to just let it happen. Rex and Mithra were like, shit's out of our hands.
You've got a lot to learn.
Oh no, our friends are back.
You've got to burn these monsters up. That, or smash their core crystal.
Damn, brutal.
Otherwise, they'll keep coming.
Bridget! Poppy! Gramps!
Rex, are you okay?
Bro, look at my outfit.
Find friends.
Where's Tora?
But Jin?
Where's Zeke?
Oh, really? So you lost Tor and the others?
It's fine. Master Pawn is not as soft as he look.
Damn.
It's faint, but I can feel the energy signature of Morag's weapons. She must be here too.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Let's rest up, then go look for them.
Okay.
Hey, Rex. What about that scumbag there?
Ah. I think I beat him up pretty bad in that fight. I couldn't just leave him to die.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would be something like that.
Huh. Your sweet bleeding heart. So, what are we going to do?
Mithra? Maybe you could,
Fine, whatever. Give me a sec.
Oh, cool. I like it. I think it's neat. I think she looks cool like that. Oh, we're doing some weirdo stuff.
Incredible. What awesome power you've acquired.
This is the power of the Master Blade. The Master Blade possesses the data of all blade cores. This is...
what's wrong?
his heart. It's a human heart.
Not quite smart enough to know what this
He's-
means.
A flesh eater.
Oh, yes, of course. But of course. Not quite smart enough to know what that means either, but it means something. It changes everything, as a matter of fact.
What? What did you do to me? Easy. You'll be fine.
It's not perfect, so be careful with it.
Mithra.
My name. You still remember it, do you? I guess that makes sense. You never did return to your crystal, did you?
You're a lucky man, Jin. You've been given the second chance you denied to many brave Ardanians. I doubt your luck would hold up so well if Morag were here.
Mithra, didn't you and Jin?
Didn't you and Jin what?
Yes.
Kiss? Oh.
We fought together against Malos once. That's why I need to know. Why? Why did you take Malos' side?
You really want to know? You only think you do. If you knew, it'd destroy you too.
I can guess. And I can tell you, it didn't lead me to the same conclusion as you. Laura, she's in there, isn't she?
With everything you've done, we can't forgive you. And if you're gonna keep standing in our way in the future, keep trying to destroy the world, we will stop you. But right now, naive kid.
This is the land of Mithra. And it's a place of more wickedness than you can imagine.
You know it.
This land was destroyed long before all rest existed.
In Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Birthplace of the architect. That's what Malos said.
The architects.
Jin, I know full well there's no easy way to change your
I
mind.
think every scene in this game needs a rewrite. That's where I'm at with this. I feel like I was doing so much sense making, and then it's literally what Project Iceperia is saying. Now the cutscene's playing, I feel like I've got like drool dripping down my chin. I'm just going, what's that? What are we saying? Like, what are we saying? Like,
But hear me out. Let's regroup and climb up the world
we're just
tree.
like saying stuff. Let's
Call
go to
it
the
a
world
ceasefire
tree.
until
All right,
then.
yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah, all right.
A united front?
Yes, of course.
As you wish.
Yes, progress the story.
It's not like I could take you on in this state, anyway.
Yes, I'm simply too weak. Power scaling, it affects so much. You hate to see it. Oh, the party formation has changed. All right, well, I'm not gonna be you, because I've decided you're a loser, actually. All right. So, where do we go from here? Well, there's no point in heading back, so I guess we just press on. I guess so. Forward is the only way. We'll just have to head over that fallen building. We may have him with us, but he's not in the best shape, and we have fewer fighters around than we're used to. We should exercise caution as we proceed. Oh. Oh, well, howdy. You're engaging Bridget right now, so you better live up to the exacting standards set by Moray. Make sure to use Bridget's capabilities to their fullest extent. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Tell me more. Oh my god, and Dahlia? Incredible lineup. All right. Can I get a little, yeah, now we're talking. Can I...
Come out.
In my experience,
Not such a bad place.
What am I doing? What am I? Okay, all right. Okay. Wow, it's funny how the sound just, when you're out here, it's like the winds are wailing, and then you go in here, nothing. That's good. All right, let's get that thing.
Okay, time to take you down.
Don't slow me down.
Bro, it is so in the shadows. What even is this shit? Let's get him.
Eagle Eye!
Why not?
Ultra slash!
Our motions are in tune, Rex! Rush down!
Sword back! Anchor shot!
Skyward slash! Die!
Why not?
Eagle Eye!
Why not?
Let's keep this up
Spinning
and
edge.
win.
Go for it!
Let's do
The
this.
enemy's element is
Have
now
at you.
electric.
It's okay.
Thanks for that.
Skyward slash!
Ha!
You don't stand a chance against
Yeah.
this nip.
Anchor shot! Ha! Why not?
Ultra slash!
Oh, we're nasty.
Have at
We
you!
can't be stopped.
Sword! Now I'm
Have at
fired!
you.
Oh! Double
Skyward
spinning
slash!
Go
Okay,
for it!
here we go.
Heavenly disrupt! Excellent!
Why not?
Oh god.
What have we here?
God, it's so dark. I gotta get out of those shadows. I don't like them. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's a good place for bugs. Wait a second, this is like a perfect place for
What
bugs.
have we here?
I know trees
Dahlia,
like the
please,
back
put
of
them
my
away.
hand.
Oh. I guess it's time to take a break. All right, we all agree. We all agree. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking that. I wasn't thinking that. But, yeah, I think... Can we... We're in the middle of a street. Break time it is.
Can I have a word?
No.
I'm Bridget. But I hardly needed to introduce myself to you, did I? You must know practically all there is to know about me by now. The stuff in here, the old me, the me you knew. Is this journal the truth? I need to know if I can trust what I wrote in here.
If you knew, you think it would change anything?
Explain.
Okay, earlier somebody asked me about like, oh, what made it hard to like parse this meaning from the beginning? And I had a long comment about pacing. I would like to amend that comment. And I think like I don't know. I think like more than pacing, I think a lot of these scenes are just kind of bad. Like they're just kind of slow and boring. And you can like almost just have more fun completely eliminating them from your collective conscience and instead kind of like doing what I did and talking about the important parts or like the movements of the game. But the actual kind of like performance of these scenes, I think just leaves like a lot to be desired. I don't know. I can never tell if they need to be shorter or if the framing is too weird. I think there's a lot of what I call like throat clearing writing, and it's like we just kind of kill some time before we get into like what the scene's really about. I don't know.
The Bridget I knew. Well, you aren't her. It's like talking to a whole new Blade.
Wow.
Makes sense. There's no going back to who I was.
Or
But I still need to know. I want to know what I did.
there's the basis of a good story here, but something went wrong in the execution/writing is how I generally feel. Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling that generous.
I really thought. And it seems wrong to just forget about the people who were important to me before. I need to remember them.
Wow.
Jin, please tell. Really, Poppy is only just born. Doesn't know much. But even Poppy knows stories of old drivers very important. Very precious indeed. Memories of Master Pond very important. Poppy always thinks, must make many more Master Pond memories.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about this? I think maybe a better articulation of what the game is doing thematically here is that they're really leaning into. So the game is setting something up right now. What it is setting up, I don't quite understand based on the conclusions that we have come to. But something is they're trying to articulate something about that theme that I identified, I think, in my presentation about recognition and about how one that like I feel like that Plato thing that I referenced about like remembering the thing before you even existed is this act of love and recognition. It's like I feel like they're really, really into that right now. But also the idea of cultivating an identity around memories, even if they are not memories that like literally you experienced, they are tied to a deeper, real version of you, even if you don't know. And that's kind of what they're doing with Bridget here, and kind of like what Poppy's talking about creating memories, all of this stuff. And now I gotta say, I think that there's almost this articulation of like becoming real, right? Or being recognized as real by creating memories with each other. So I'm just thinking about like Rex and Pyra and Mithra, and I almost feel like the selection of Pyra and Mithra is a testimony to which one of them became more real in our eyes. Like, who do we identify with? Who do we see as more like functionally in existence than the other one? There's almost like this funny question, but it's tough, right? Because now I think that the game has actually done this thing where both Pyra and Mithra have separately created so many unique and individual identities with the party that the party actually, and Rex maybe, even does see them as different people in their memories, even if we understand that that core thread is the same and there is like this also it's an interesting problem to solve, right? Because it's almost like there's a version of this game that I would understand if instead of being like Numa is the version of us that is our most true and most complete, that I have memories as Pyra and people and relationships and people treating me a certain way, and I have memories as Mithra and those relationships and people treating me a certain way. So maybe the most real form of existence would be thank you for the sub. Would be I'm not sure if I believe in this. Like them all getting to exist at the same time. But I guess that's what it I don't know. I'm like half sold on my own. I'm like, nah, I no. Well, I'm doing this thing right now where I feel like I can make the argument go in both ways. So I'm not sure which one I actually like. I would have to see how it was performed. Because it feels like we've settled on this thing now where it's like Pyra, Mithra, whatever, we've all got this thing in me. And this thing is consistent and seeing this thing is more important. But at the same time, now I feel like we're doing all this scaffolding about memories, and you can't tell me that we don't have Pyra memories and Mithra memories. Like, I was just given the opportunity to choose between the two. I was choosing between something. So even if they are the same, what makes something real? The experiences. The experiences are what make something real. And there were different experiences. Okay, I don't know. Like if she just stayed as Numa the whole time? No, I think that's kind of like where the game's going right now, is that like I am my most me when, you know, the Numa transformation appears to be something we activate in coordination with Rex. So I think it is this articulation of like, I am the ultimate version of me when I am with you. But at the same time, you know, maybe Pyra and Mithra should be able to go off and, you know, it's like, are we the ultimate version of ourselves all the time? I don't know, chat. I don't know. I gotta reread the symposium. Can't remember.
So, I'm officially a Tornan driver now. Okay, let's make some memories.
Wow, they are really hitting this hard. That's crazy. That reminds me about when you mentioned something could have been explored if Mithra and Pyra had the same appearance, though that's a tangent. Dude, don't get me started on that. Put me in the room. You could do some cool stuff with that. Damn, this game's crazy. They're just allergic to subtext. They're like, okay, and now we have to start talking about memories. It is going to be important. And go. Memories, 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 memories. Poppy makes memories. I make memories, memories. I don't have memories. I keep a book. Don't you have memories? Oh, here's a memory in which I remember the person in my memory saying the word memory, memory. Poppy, stop. Stop. Poppy, don't do that shit.
Very quiet.
Poppy,
It
power
is.
off. I don't trust you right now.
Poppy think this world achieved very big technological advancement. Many buildings. Many people. Everybody probably very happy here. But
It doesn't matter how many fancy tricks they learn. Deep down, they're all the same.
Ooh, chat. That's
They thought
interesting.
they were making their lives better with all this stuff. But in the end, it destroyed them. No. It's just a ruin.
Poppy was made by technological advancement too.
Yeah, get real, Mithra.
Will Poppy destroy the world as well?
I mean, that'd be cool, actually.
That's my problem too.
Wow.
If this world is
The subtext to this game is no context. I'm sorry. This is the ultimate no subtext video game. This is the ultimate no subtext video game. Truly, I don't know if I've ever interacted with a piece of media with less subtext than this video game. It is unbelievable. They are crazy for this. They're absolutely insane for this. Somebody said I predicted this in chapter 4. Yeah, all right. Oh my god.
Father's world, and Father made me to be as dangerous as any technology.
Poppy and Mithra are the same?
Yes. Kind of.
Okay. I think I like the idea of this scene. I actually am like glad that we did Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and I focused so much on the 15 beats of a story and then we played this game because I actually think that this game is a really good case study for how your storytelling can struggle if you don't adhere to like a logical structure, because I think that that's a lot of the issues with this game is that they like tug you in like random directions to be like, we need to care about this now. This is the thing that we need to focus on, and it makes it so hard for me to get invested in anything because I'm like, what this is what we're talking about now? It's like there's never like a build and a release. It's like always just like, okay, now on page 4 click a hyperlink, and then you click the hyperlink and it takes you to page 72 and you go, wait, I thought I was on page 4, and they're like, no, you're on page 72 now. And then you're on page 72 and you read for a while, and then there's a hyperlink and it takes you back to page 12 and you're like, wait, weren't there 8 pages after page 4 that I should have known to get to page 12? And they're like, Jake, shut up, you're on page 12 now. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. Sorry.
If Poppy destroys the world, Master Pun might get destroyed too.
Yeah.
Maybe Mithra should destroy Poppy.
Poppy? Tora created you. You could never do something like that. I know it.
Wait, this is actually kind of sick. I forgot that in responding to a question, I feel like I said that Tora and Poppy were there to have kind of like commentary and to be involved in Pyra and Mithra's arc, whereas Zeke and Pandoria were there to kind of play off of Rex's. And now I actually feel like that shit's happening. It's like happening right before our eyes, actually. This is good. Okay.
But
Hey, let's make a promise.
A promise?
Yes, that's right, Poppy. Promise that if you ever look like you're about to destroy the world, I will do what you asked of me. But in return,
Wait,
can you promise
yes,
me something?
this is exactly it.
What would you like from Poppy? Mithra is scared of destroying the world too?
Well, I'm doing my best to stop it coming to that. It's something else. It's...
Wait.
Huh?
Oh no.
No,
Bad.
actually, nothing. I don't have a request right now.
No.
Can I think it over?
No, stop.
Of
Stop the
course.
withholding.
Then
No.
let's promise.
No, there's no promise. There's no
What's
promise.
this?
Master Pun taught it to Poppy. He said it's not on promise ritual. Lift hand up in air, then boop, together.
There's no promise.
I see.
We were about to do a good scene. No. Mad. They were literally about to do a good scene, and then they said, "But what if we hold it for later?" Oh my god, this game's crazy. Let's make a promise. I'm gonna promise to do this as long as you As long as high five. Okay. These bastards. These bastards. I just like I don't care if it makes sense if it is not satisfying to watch. If it's not like engaging and fun to watch, I guess I just don't care about making it make sense. I'm like, you gotta, like, I'm sorry. Step one, you gotta entertain. You gotta get me involved. You gotta put me on the ride, dude. And it's like, they just don't care. They just don't care. It's sad. It's sad, man. They don't care. Hey, what are you doing? I actually never noticed how much this game actively chooses to withhold information. Oh my god.
Not such a bad place.
Alright, relax, buddy. That's wild.
How many dawns?
Good line.
Come out, come out.
How many
In my
dawns?
experience,
How many dawns, dude? How many goddamn dawns? Alright.
So many.
Mithra!
Whoa, you don't have to scream. Dog, we're just having a
There's no
calm
way around.
conversation right now.
Yeah.
Rex.
Ah!
Rex!
No time to play around.
No arguments there.
no option but to wipe them out. Let's do it.
Why didn't the game just have me turn into this room with all the enemies there? Why did we need that cutscene?
Only I was.
Why didn't you just do it?
Oh,
Like,
no, you
All
don't.
right already.
this game's so weird, dude. Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
Die!
I feel like we're gonna die. This is too many
It's
enemies.
okay.
Thanks for that.
Rex, do you need a rest?
The enemy's element is now
Let's keep this
ice.
up and we'll win for sure.
I like your attitude.
Using focus, Rex?
Ha! Don't give up on me.
I sense great edge.
Topple
Eagle!
them.
Ultra slash!
Everyone's getting psyched.
Chad, how am I supposed to beat this?
Skyward slash!
Our
This is
motions
too
are
many
in tune,
guys.
Rex.
My goal's
It's okay.
exactly.
Be careful. I sense a great fight. What would you have me do? As you wish.
I'm dead.
Rex, put yourself together. I appreciate the help.
Ultra slash!
Our motions are in tune, Rex.
I like your
Skyward
attitude.
slash!
Yeah.
Rush down.
Yeah.
Die!
Eagle.
Anchor shot. Ha.
What would you have me
Spinning
do?
head.
Have at you!
Yeah.
Where'd that potion go?
Motions are in
Okay.
tune, Rex.
I like your
Ultra
attitude.
slash!
Using focus, Rex.
Don't bridge it.
Skyward
handle me?
slash!
Why not?
Die!
Ha. Yeah.
Die! Die!
Blaze Blazing whip. Strong. No, I'm fire. No, ice. You should step back. Spin. Nah, I can keep going.
Slash.
In I go!
Skyward slash.
Why not?
Command me.
Hit it.
No mercy from me.
My dead body. Sanctified. Praise be. Come on, get a grip.
Ready to unleash.
Get a grip.
We'll beat them with the power of friendship.
Ultra
Dolly up.
slash.
Ow.
Have at
Now
you.
I'm fired up. Touchdown. Darn.
Shit.
Skyward
Why
slash.
here?
Oh, I do
Shit.
not
Get
want
up,
to
boy.
lose in a
I
place
appreciate
like
the help.
Heavenly disrupt.
Better heal. Feeling good.
No, I'm fired up. I'm getting better.
Eyes
Huge.
ahead.
Oh my god, huge.
Strong shot.
No! Rex, get the potion.
Yeah.
Rex. Rex, no!
Skyward slash.
Much obliged.
Misjudged goes.
Come on, get a grip.
Thanks for nothing, Rex.
I'm heating
Okay.
up.
Have at you.
I like your attitude. Ha!
Have at ultra slash. Have at you. Skyward
Damn, bro.
slash.
Stop that.
Much obliged. Yeah! Things are going poorly.
Have at you.
Rex,
Ultra
save
slash.
yourself. Gramps, you worry too much.
Have at you. Have
Bro,
at
I'm sick of these red lasers. They're making me mad.
Everyone's getting sight. Darn.
God,
Why here? Rex, pull yourself
Jin.
together.
Save me, Jin.
I appreciate the help.
Have at you. Have at you. Skyward
My
slash.
goals exactly. Strong shot.
Heavenly disrupt.
Better look sharp.
Lucky break.
We're in a tight
Why
spot
not?
here.
Why
Ultra
not?
slash. Die. Die. Have at you.
Brave
Great
throw.
Die.
Everyone's getting sight.
Sky, obviously.
The two of us make the best darn team, don't we?
Die.
Yeah. Touchdown.
Die.
Eat it.
Die.
Why not?
Die.
Hit it. No.
I give
Ultra
up.
slash.
Sorry,
Why not?
Skyward slash.
Pyro.
Leave it to me.
Have at you. Die.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
Have at you.
This
Die.
won't do.
Oh my
Have
god.
at you.
Okay.
Have at you.
Sword back.
Skyward
Double spinning
slash.
edge.
Okay. We got through it. We got through it in the end. That was
I
rough.
didn't know there were monsters like that.
Nothing like all rest, for sure. They've got a rotten knack of healing themselves.
Almost like blades.
I don't know, but maybe they're leftovers from the culture that created us. This is the architect's world. I guess nothing should come as a surprise.
Yeah, okay.
I wonder what kind of person he is.
Yeah, he's probably cool. Cool as
I didn't
fuck.
get to meet him. I mean, I have fragments of memories. Blurred
Memories?
images.
Tell me more.
That's why I want to meet him.
That's why.
To create this awesome civilization. I can't imagine.
Awesome. This?
Huh?
It's a heap of smashed up crap. Look at it. It was melted by a warhead or something. All that's buried here
Or
is
something.
the hubris of mankind. If the architect was born here, then he must be as flawed as any other.
No, okay. Sometimes I think it's aimless and boring. This in particular is indulgent. I think my issue with this scene in particular is that the people writing this scene are way too proud of shit that they think is really interesting, that they have done no work to make interesting. This is like this is a buy-in. This is a little bit of buy-in test, but I also think in addition to just like you only like this if you've bought in, I find this to be like I feel like it's somebody who just wants to talk about themselves. Or no, you know what this is? This is like somebody reading you their dream diary. Like they had a dream and they're like, let me tell you about the note I wrote at 1 a.m. when I woke up from my dream. And they're describing their dream and they're like, isn't this sick and important? And it's like, nah, dog. Nah, dog, actually, I don't care about this at all.
No different from you people of Allrest.
Why do you hate us so much? What is it that you think we've done? Jin!
That's...
That,
Torna.
bro, shut up. Look at this. Look at this low resolution texture. Oh my god!
Mikhail, this is bad.
Damn, this is actually a hyperlink. This is actually a hyperlink. This is a hyperlink game. That's crazy.
How deep are we?
28,000 pets. We're nearly at the limit already.
It's too much. Any more and
We're nearly out of the cloud seat. Just hold on a bit longer.
Yeah, but...
What about Jin? Are we just gonna abandon him?
Well, I mean...
What does hyperlink mean? It means you're reading a story and then you find that a word has a little footnote on it. And you know, if you go to the index, you ever read a Wikipedia article and it has the little number 3? And you're like, what is that? It's a reference to something. And then if you go down and click, it'll take you to an entirely different website. And it's like, oh, turns out that the way I like to read things is that I just like to read it all the way through. And then I go back and I see if I want the additional context of the hyperlink. But this game's like, no, I'm so sorry. We are clicking on every hyperlink, and you will not make it through the end of the paragraph until you've gone through every hyperlink.
Just a little bit more. We're out!
It's such a sad way to approach like storytelling, you know? It like is extremely unconfident in like setup and payoff, and it feels like everything is just exactly what it is in the moment, you know? It's such a bummer. It's hard to get invested. I'm not trying to hate too much. I'm really trying not to hate too much. I'm sorry.
This is the land of Mithra.
First time I've seen it.
Yeah. Would you look at that?
It's nothing to shout about. Just a bunch of ruins.
Malos?
A testament to their hubris.
Their hubris? So, humans lived here?
Allrest will suffer the same fate.
So that's why Jin...
Is it really justified?
What are you saying?
I know why Jin wants to destroy everything. But everything can't mean everything, can it?
You're not there yet. That's okay. You'll understand soon enough. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, huh?
Then go. I'm not stopping you. I guess my take on this is that they're trying to be like, look how technologically advanced this Mithra place was. So they're probably doing this play where it's like, oh, they had technology that made them so autonomous, you know. They had all this technology, but they forgot about connection. And connection is going to be the thing that makes us different from them. As long as we have connection, our world won't fall into ruin. Guys, when I'm fighting stuff, how do I switch into Numa? How do I go Greek yogurt mode? Is it a button? Do I need to fill a bar? What is it? I don't remember.
What have we here?
Hold R and press a D-pad button while the gauge is full. Damn, I gotta fill that bar? Well, that shit's never happening. Alright. Well. Hopefully we see her in one of these battles. So do you do that instead of doing the chain attack, or do you do the chain attack? You know what I'm saying? And you need yellow affinity? What are you talking about? Doesn't cost you anything? Okay. You get to do both. That's great. Where is she? Where is she? No, she's with Zeke. She's with Zeke. Cosmos. Cosmos, no. I miss her. I miss Cosmos.
Not such a bad place.
Ah, the Womb Hollow. Oh boy.
It's scorched here and there.
Traces of the Aegis's battle, I reckon.
Bro, we just say
Must
shit.
have been
It's
some
awesome.
battle. What's...
The Tornin Titan's matrix. Even in old Torna, few people knew this place existed.
I can scarcely believe it myself.
Matrix? Like a womb?
What?
These are... blades.
But they look quite a lot like Titan, too.
Listen, I know somebody can come in here and just be like, but Jake, actually, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. I just think that this is like an extremely insane way of delivering information, okay? I don't care if it makes sense. I think it is insane to have somebody walk into a new area and go, hey, this area is just like this. Yeah, a matrix? That's a lot like a womb. Hey, that's a blade. A blade? Duh, I also think it's kind of like a titan. Yeah. Yeah, and it's also like this other thing. And that makes me think of this other. And then you saying that actually reminded me of something. I think it's a little bit like that. You don't say. You don't say. That's kind of making me think about this thing. You know, really, that thing. Well. I don't know.
These are blades that perished in the process.
They're
of
literally
becoming
doing it.
Titans.
They're doing it. They're doing
Titans grow
just, they're
core
doing what I
crystals
said.
within their bodies. I believe you've seen this once before.
Hyperlink. Click. Click, click. It's awesome.
Blades. They aren't truly immortal.
Bro!
They are born from Titans. And when their fire burns out, they return to the Titan that bore them. Eventually, the blades that return transform into Titans themselves.
Can that be true? We'll end up like that eventually?
Mithra?
Yes. It's true.
The new Titan has no memory of its life as a blade, just like returning to a core. These poor souls. They died along with their mother, shared her fate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What have we here?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just digesting the severity of what they just told us. It's so terrible. I mean, everyone we know is fine, and Gramps is good. We love Gramps, but this news is devastating. I'm devastated by this news. How do I get out of here? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, this is dark. This is dark. I am so sad right now. I might just shed a tear. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see.
Huh.
Wow. We're all thinking it. We're all thinking about how devastating that news was. Thank God.
Come out.
Thank God we got that news. Because they decided to tell us what they already knew. Thank God. Could you imagine if we... Okay. Alright. I've walked by a lot of you guys. That was rude. I don't like how you just did that.
Okay, time to take you down.
We can do this together.
That was rude.
Yeah!
And now you're gonna pay.
What would you have me do?
Ultra slash.
Hit it now!
Let's do this.
Skyward
Why
slash.
not? Why not? The enemy's element is now ice. Double spinning edge.
Ultra slash. Have at you.
I
Have
sense
at you.
great anger. Be vigilant.
Dodge. Skyward slash.
Ha! Sword back. Anchor
Let's go.
shot. Ha!
Okay, here we go.
Have at you. Ultra slash. Astound. Have at you.
Now I'm fired up.
Obviously.
You don't stand a chance against us now.
Skyward
We'll beat them.
slash.
Double spinning edge. Mithra.
I should be able to make life work for them.
Anchor shot.
Have at you.
Why
Have
not?
at you.
Yeah! Ha!
Skyward
Sword
slash.
back.
Pyra and Mithra, your fighting styles are as different as your personalities.
And yet we could be considered two sides of the same coin.
Do you want a piece of... Wow, she just said it. Do you want a piece of that? What happened to your friend? Or are you gonna be cool? Because I'll do it, buddy. I'll end you. Alright. I'm watching you, though. Little bastard. He has a family? Wouldn't want you to be late coming home to the old wife and kids. 10 minutes go by, they think you're running late. 20 minutes go by, they think maybe you stopped at the store to pick something up. 30 minutes go by, they start to worry. They start to think maybe the worst has happened. An hour goes by. We're in denial. We start lying to ourselves. Maybe it's not as bad as we think. Maybe it's something we should actually be mad at. Maybe he's off having an affair. Maybe he's giving it to some rogue blade he found on the back of that dead Titan. 2 hours go by. We haven't heard. Oh no. The paranoid thoughts creep in. Well, oh, I'm sorry. You don't like the idea of thinking of your imagining your family having all these thoughts? Remember that next time you try to sneak up on a guy.
When did it get so late?
Oh, and I've started glowing.
When did it get so late indeed?
I'm a bit self-conscious.
Might want to run on home. Don't want your family to think anything happened. I can't deal with these guys. Man, these guys are freaks.
What have we here?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh! You're all mine.
Worth. It's no big deal. What? Oh, so it cost me a little time. I've got all the time in the world. I'm sorry. What was that? What was that? I don't have time for this. That woman is a teacher? Oh my god. Okay. Let's try again. Let's try again.
And arrived.
All in one piece.
What are you laughing about, Pyra? What are you laughing about?
So blades are born from crystals and titans from blades. The titan...
Is this new information? I think there's a chance if you asked me this before, I would have told you this. Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Turn nurtures life.
And someday, births new core crystals.
Right. That's the life cycle of a blade.
It is the way that the architect ordained for the world.
Just restating.
Old Torna worshipped
My
this
favorite.
cycle.
In old Torna, we revered the Titans, feared them.
Sure.
It was the sacred foundation of Torna, a nation where humans and blades lived in harmony. But humans couldn't live like that. The battle with Malos marked the end. It wasn't long after you and Adam left Torna. He did it. That worm of Malthus.
Right.
The Praetor?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do?
The one who really destroyed this place, it wasn't the Aegis. It was him.
Bro, that music cue was crazy. That music cue... Boom! Oh, no. No, they did the thing. Please don't let the scene end. Oh, it was a hyperlink. I'm sorry. We had to load it. Okay. Here we go. Bro, that guy knew exactly what was happening to him in that moment before death. Oh!
Laura!
Find them! They must be somewhere nearby!
Laura.
Don't worry. If I die, you'll just go to sleep. Someone will find you, reawaken you. Someday. For us humans, being forgotten is a much worse fate than death.
Wow. Memories.
We struggle so hard to make our mark on the world.
Okay, I find this to suck, right? I just find this to suck. Because I don't know this lady. I don't know this lady at all. All I get of this lady are these like little flashbacks that are just there to serve somebody else's narrative every however many hours. And then in her dying moment, she is there to be like, you know what's worse than dying? The knowledge that the history books won't remember me. It's like I just find this to be corny and bad. It's unemotional, right? It doesn't feel like a character-driven thing. It feels like we're just performing exposition so that the player knows what's important in the actual game, not in the fake game represented by this memory. It's just nothing. It's just like, yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah. That does sound worse than death. Not being remembered. And how about not remembering yourself? Oh my god!
Laura!
When you awaken, to you, it'll be like I never even existed.
Yes, we know this! Like, oh my god.
Jin, the thought of you forgetting me, it's like one heart.
Okay. Obviously, this is in line with my presentation at the beginning of today. Obviously, I don't need to overstate that. But I am still mad. I'm still mad about this because while I can suss out the thematic intent of what is being displayed here, I think that this is such an annoying. I know we've said it over and over again, but this continues to be no subtext the video game. Like, why didn't this scene just start with her getting hurt and being like, "Don't forget me, Jin. Jin, please don't forget me." Like, just perform the thing that you want your reader to understand rather than being like, okay, so let me explain. You are not going to remember me, and that is good. That is okay. Everything will be fine for you. But just so you know, the idea of you not remembering me makes me feel really bad. I'm not going to feel really bad, but I'm going to tell you that the idea of it makes me feel really bad. Like, just be somebody who's sad. Like, yeah, oh man, it's crazy, dude. No confidence in the reader. This game thinks that the player is so dumb, it is crazy.
It's being ripped in two.
Isn't she sad in the moment? Are you kidding me right now? Sometimes I think we're being willfully ignorant of what I'm trying to say. Do we understand how this scene is the exposition? Is she sad? How do you know she's sad? How do you know she's sad? How do you know she's sad? That's my question. How do you know she's sad? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know she's sad? Tears. She is literally dying. But how do you know she's sad? She's saying sad words? Like what? What did she say that's sad words? What did she say? How do you know? Guys, it shouldn't be that hard. We've got the scene right in front of us. How do you know she's sad? How do you know? This shouldn't be difficult. How do you know she's sad? The heart ripping in half? Interesting. The heart rip because she said she's sad? Interesting. Sad music is playing? Interesting. Interesting. Now, her tone of voice. So the performance. The sad voice actor. Yeah, okay. She sounds sad. So, do we think that there is a version of this performance where she is not performing it sad, where she's performing it like everything's good, but we understand beneath everything's good, she is sad? We agree that that is something that could happen, right? That is something that could happen. And there's a version of this scene where she's angry. She's angry that she died. She is furious that she allowed herself to be in a situation where she got shot. But underneath that is sadness. That could be a scene. That could be a scene, you know? My problem with this scene is that it's only doing one thing. It's going, okay, let me explain all of the moving parts to you. Okay, now that I've explained all the moving parts, they make me feel sad. It's like, you need to be a character first. You need to be a character. There's no character here because the character is just performing the function of what the game wants you to feel. It's sacrificing a character for the sake of, we want you, the player, to feel sad about this concept. We don't necessarily need you to feel sad about anything that's happening in this moment. We just want you to think that the idea of this is sad, and there's no other thing. Nothing else is happening here. The only thing happening in this scene is she's going sad. That is the only thing. It's boring. It's not interesting. When a character is angry and and somebody goes up to them and they go, "Hey, how are you doing?" "I'm fine." Whoa, it kind of seems like you're angry, dog. That's one thing. It's a different scene if a character goes up to them and they go, "Hey, how are you feeling?" So here's the thing. Every day I make a bowl of cereal. I love that cereal. I love it. I love the milk. I love the cereal. I love the little marshmallows in it. But today I ran out of milk. So my cereal was not what I wanted it to be. Just thinking about having missed out on the daily ritual that I look forward to the most makes me so mad. And then I would ask you, I would go, "How do you know he's mad?" And you would go, "No, he's mad. He's mad. He just didn't you hear him? Didn't you hear the whole thing with the cereal? He's mad. He's mad. Jake, you're an idiot. He just explained the whole thing. He just explained that he's mad." I just find one of these scenes to be I find one of these scenes to be distrustful of the audience and thinking that it just needs to be spoon-fed like a little baby airplane into our mouths. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of miss stuff, right? So that's it. I don't know. This makes sense to me. I don't know. What I'm saying just makes like total sense to me. But if she were performing it angry, I'm not sure I would recognize from the structure that she's actually sad because we just jumped into this with a hyperlink and no context. I completely disagree. I think that is how all scenes function. I completely disagree. Ugh! I knew we shouldn't have been here. I knew we shouldn't have been on this battlefield today. You told me I can't believe this, and now I am going to die. Damn it, Jin. You know, just like you can you can you can you have to trust your audience to read subtext. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Is that you have to trust your audience to read subtext. That is it. Yeah, I don't like show not tell because there are some things that it's okay to tell. It's okay to tell sometimes. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, there's something about this.
I won't forget you. I refuse to forget you.
Those being the lines that he is saying right now also suck. Because him saying, I won't forget you, I refuse to forget you, is just the most strained version of what we need to know. I won't forget going on walks in the park. I won't forget when you made the sandwiches for the picnic. I won't forget the jokes that you taught me. Say something, dog. Say something. Convince me that you are a character and you are not a device to help me understand something that's going to come up in 10 minutes. There's nothing here. There's no character. It sucks. Yeah.
How could I ever?
I thought I was ready for this. But now the time has come. I'm hopeless.
She's hopeless. How do I know? She just told me. She's hopeless. Thank God she said that. So the other thing that happens in this game, because they do their scenes like this, is that there's never any up and down, and characters just come in and they go, here's the emotion I'm doing, and that's it. That's it, dog. That's it. They just go, I'm doing this the whole time. And then that's the scene. And it's like, if you have subtext, you have a character who can start off, oh, I'm angry that I let this happen to me. And then that anger can whittle away and turn into sadness. And you can create an arc to a scene. You can have pressure build up and then release. But man, there's nothing, dude. No scene.
I'm so sorry to do this to you.
There is one way. One final chance. A way that we can be together.
He is presumably explaining to her how it works. Is that withholding? No, it's not withholding. It's that the creators of the game simply could not come up with a way to verbalize what he just said that didn't sound completely insane. Because him being like, so there's this thing called blade eater or flesh eaters, and then like they couldn't come up with it, you know? I don't really get how Jin doesn't automatically vanish when she dies. Well, I think he did the thing. He that's like the whole point, right? He became the flesh eater. That's like the whole. Yeah, I don't know.
I I ate her.
Oh my god, huge. Thank you so much for the sub. Guys, I think I like the scene more if we don't get the flashback. I think I like the scene more if we don't get the flashback. I think somebody should have been like, he should have been like, fan, this, blah, 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 and then just said I ate her. I don't think we need that flashback. Like, that's it. I like that more.
Maybe we shouldn't have left. I never knew.
Amalthus was afraid of the Aegis's power.
Okay, I'm sorry. So this is this bad? Is this bad? This is like tragic? What is this? What does this mean? What did they all reacted the same way? Well, yeah, his driver died. Well, yeah, but like, wouldn't she have been dead? Like, I don't know. Didn't we all presume she was dead? No, I guess I get all of this stuff, but they didn't react in the story to like to the war and stuff. They reacted in the story to him going, and then I ate her. No, I'm sorry. I feel like you're all missing it. Everybody's trying to tell me it's like, oh, it's devastating because Pyra wasn't there to protect people back in this time, and that's what she was supposed to do. No. We went through the flashback with them, and then he got to the end of the story, and he said, I ate her. And then they all went, fuck! Alright. I guess I just thought they were like, you're a flesh eater? Whoa, crazy. And then, thank you, Geekstep. I appreciate the sub. I don't understand. Like, they're like, okay, we know you're a flesh eater. We know who your driver was, maybe. And now that you're telling us that I don't know. I don't get it. This isn't resonating. It's not resonating with me.
After Malice was defeated, he tried to wipe them out. The remnants of Torna were annihilated in the attempt. But you'd already vanished by then. So we were slaughtered. For nothing.
Oh.
No, even if he wasn't trying to get you, Amalthus, the humans, would have done what they always do.
Okay, so Marabee is like, this is also a silly point to be gasping at flesh eaters considering how many we've already encountered. That's why I initially asked that, because I'm like, we're all gasping at him being a flesh eater. Isn't our friend a flesh eater and we were all cool with it and thought it was actually kind of sick? Like, haven't we kind of decided being a flesh eater is actually sick as fuck? Like, so I didn't quite, I was like, no, that's good actually. Listen, she died, but everybody dies. And then she gave you your independence. She said, for my third wish, I will make the genie free. I don't know.
We're the Architect's children. We turn into titans, the ground beneath their feet, but they feared us.
Game & Watch fan, are you new to the stream? Is this a deep analysis? I don't know how to answer that question. I'm trying to figure out how to answer that question in a way that won't completely expose me. Welcome to the stream if you're new, Game & Watch fan. Probably why his core is red and not the typical flesh eater color. It's like choosing to be Spider-Man versus being accidentally bitten. LOL. Yeah, okay. Trying to understand.
So that's the reason he attacked you.
I think the answer to your question is that he showed his scar is all. I appreciate that answer. I think you're correct. Damn, we're all just taking guesses. That's crazy. I'm like looking at the chat right now. I got like 8 different responses to this question. That's wild. Oh man.
To save the world? No. His real desire for Elysium.
Oh my god, here we go.
Is his desire for the Architect's power. Amalthus wants to use it to wipe out Blades and Titans.
So that's why he was taking care of Rex and the Aegis.
Even so.
Wait.
Even if that's...
I thought we knew this already. I thought it was obvious that's what he was doing. Man, I'm lost in the sauce, chat. I'm in the spaghetti right now. I don't know what's a noodle and what's a meatball.
True. You lot and Amalthus, you're the same.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Didn't you say you wanted to destroy the world? Take out the Architect himself?
Okay, chat, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to return to this. Does Fan look like Laura? Or is that me being problematic? Yes. Okay. Phew! Alright, I was getting a little confused there. I wasn't sure what was going on. Because it's like, there's that scene where she's like, oh, you've been my blade for a while. You started to look like me. And that was, Autumn, stop. Autumn, I did a whole thing earlier. I did a whole thing where I was really good. I started today with a PowerPoint presentation where I submitted my video essay. This is what this game is about. I was so good. Now, you can't come in during this. Damn. When I'm asking if I'm problematic? Oh, my God. How embarrassing.
I did say that.
You know, I'm not so sure.
What?
I don't buy it. I can't believe that's what you're really trying to do here.
Why do you say that? Haven't we...
I could tell when we were fighting. I saw it in your eyes. The sadness.
Wait, how could you tell if he didn't say he was sad?
It was the look of someone who just wanted to die. Someone with no other way out.
Autumn and Jake post Xenoblade 2 debate stream when? We have nothing to debate. Autumn and I have nothing to debate. I have the utmost confidence that there is not a single thing that Autumn and I have to debate about this video game.
You know, it was the way Pyra looked the first time we met.
You don't know what you're talking about. Keep your stupid comments to yourself.
That's awesome. Keep your stupid comments to yourself.
We'll do it.
That's awesome.
We will destroy the one responsible for this world. And we will destroy all the humans who lived by his mercy.
Yes.
We are sick of being used as tools by humans.
Right.
Well then, there's only one thing to do.
As I thought.
What's that?
They're not really alive. Just autonomous.
Okay, I will definitely clip that and get it for the soundboard later, 100%. I'll do that when I'm putting together the Xenoblade 3 soundboard alongside with my Heart to Jake's that we will do. Okay, really quick. They're not really alive, just autonomous cybernetic organisms. That's kind of interesting, pointing to what I said before about that old society or whatever, like the pursuit of autonomy over connection. So I don't know.
Cybernetic organisms.
No, I don't want to do a boss.
They're programmed to act on their own.
No.
To destroy.
These guys.
Testaments to human hubris. Now do you see?
No subtext. No subtext. Only text. Only text.
Charge!
Oh, okay.
Your fear only makes you weak.
If you try to fight Infernal Goldo in the usual way, you're going to struggle to take... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me start over. If you try to fight Infernal Goldo in the usual way, you're going to struggle to take him down. You'll have a much easier time of it if you activate Pyra slash Mithra. I mean, it's like the game doesn't even know which one I chose. Ascended state. Just this once, I'll fill up the party gauge and the cooldown timer for you so you can achieve the ascension and fight to your best advantage. That's fucking crazy. The game's like, just this once, we will cheat. When the party gauge is at maximum capacity, unleash Pyra slash Mithra's Ascended State by pressing X while holding down R.
Our emotions are in Mithra and I are as one.
Alright, I guess we're doing it, chat.
The enemy's element is now
Oh my god. Let's go!
Sword bash! Double spinning edge! Anchor shock! Ha!
This
Go
is
for
power.
it!
Power.
Have at you.
Genesis Saber.
Skyward slash. Out.
Why not?
Die.
Okay, okay,
Ultra slash. Ow.
okay.
Ha! Rush down! Why not? Anchor shock!
Have at you.
You shall not prevail.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no, did I choke? Did I not use it correctly? No. Okay, okay.
Jin! Pyra! Use the artifice!
It's no use. The Cloud Sea is interfering. I can't give it commands.
Damn. So it's all down to us, huh? Pyra, move in close if you can get a shot. Then get Mithra to use foresight, quick as you can.
Understood. Ready
Yeah,
to go.
because
Okay.
if Mithra got
Let's
in
do
close, it would call too much attention to herself.
Lightning. Could it be? Look! Rex!
Oh my god, the
Rex,
gang's all
Pyra,
here.
You okay?
Where's Cosmos?
Jin, what the hell?
That can wait. First, deal with that. Okay.
Oh my god. You don't think? No, I couldn't possibly. Or maybe. No. No. You know, I mean, I could. No. His stuff isn't set up correctly. He doesn't have Dahlia. We're just gonna roll like this.
I sense great anger. Be vigilant. Eagle Eye.
Whoa, what's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, that sucks. That is so rude. Oh, that is so rude. Whoa, dude.
Deny wicked arts.
Double spinning
Our
X.
emotions are in tune.
My thoughts exactly. This won't do. It'll be fine. You can turn it around. Sword back. Anchor shot.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex. Steady.
I like your attitude.
Dolphin spin. What would you have me do?
Let's give him the full treatment.
We got this.
Hit it.
Do
No.
the best.
You fight first.
Why not?
I'll stand you up.
We'll make your dreams a reality.
Yeah. Double spinning X. I can feel the power
Artifice
from
is
here.
online. Uploading target data.
You fight Poppy.
Sword back. Anchor shot. Ha.
All right, here we go.
Hit it. No.
This is the Aegis'
Oh my god.
power.
Blade combo. Third stage.
Ha.
Oh my god.
Double spinning X. Hit it. No.
Let's do this.
Mass business.
You shall not prevail.
Oh my god, he's so fast.
The enemy's element is now light. Yeah. Sword bash. Anchor shot.
You hurt my friend.
Yeah.
Still stronger. Fight.
Oh my god, it dropped its ID. Oh my god.
This is...
Oh my god. It's I can't remember his name, but you know. He was in the lab. It's human Zanza.
Rex? What's matter? Find something?
No. It's nothing.
We talk about what to do next. Rex should
Klaus,
join.
dude, it's Klaus.
Yeah. Okay. It can't be.
Climb up the world tree to the top? Very, very tiring.
It doesn't look that far from here to the surface, at least. We can manage that, surely.
Don't you ever quit with that optimism, huh?
Rex, I can see why you've brought Jin, but I advise you not to let your guard down.
Morag?
Got a point.
Guys, we got over this
I
already.
don't need your remorse now, Jin. But when we're past this crisis, I'm taking you in. I owe it to my leader and to my people.
Sure.
If you resist, we'll kill you.
Sure.
Bridget and I.
Yes.
Morag! What? Another monster? What is it this time?
Master Pun! Above!
It's the Monoceros. Are they here for Jin?
Wait. Caught the stream a bit late. Watched your starting presentation. It was great. You have a talent for analysis. You can go back in a Twitch stream that's active. People can go back and watch earlier in the stream right now, even though I'm live. Wow, that's news to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought this protected me from that. Oh my god. Okay. I didn't know that. That's news to me. Okay. With a sub, perchance? With a sub. If you have your VOD set to... No, I'm not talking about the VODs. I'm talking about the live stream right now. That's crazy.
That's Jin. What's he doing with them?
Weird. Let's ask questions later, huh? After we finally smashed him up.
Seriously? Well, okay.
Tierras, supporting the stream. Thank you for the gift sub. Brittle Brannigan. Oh my god, Brittle Brannigan. Now you've got a sweet sub. No ads for Brittle Brannigan. You know what's crazy? Brittle Brannigan's little profile icon. That's Shulk Xenoblade himself. Can you believe it? Can you believe that Brittle Brannigan, a Shulk Xenoblade avatar haver, doesn't have to watch any ads now? How many messages has Brittle Brannigan put in the chat? Absolutely none. Zero. Has never contributed to the live conversation that takes place on twitch.tv/JakeKnowsIt, the only place where you can get a literary craft analysis infused with your video games. God damn, but he can see it all. He's got that sub now, which means if you want to go back to the beginning, you missed a little bit of something, you could just hit a little button, head back there right now, Brittle Brannigan, and you don't have to say a word to me. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to reveal yourself. This can be a completely invisible exchange that we have, the two of us. Oh my god. Account created August of 2014. Where was Brittle Brannigan then? I can tell you where I was. 2014. 2014 was my sophomore year of college. I was in a production of Into the Woods. There are giants in the sky. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Brittle Brannigan, they were on Twitch.tv watching God knows what. I wonder if they put messages in anybody else's chat. Maybe they had a good time. Maybe they had a bad time. Maybe that's why they don't put chat. That's why they don't put messages in the chat here. We'll never know. Congrats on the sub. Congrats on the sub. Wait a second. Line of Demise then gifted a sub. Thank you, Line of Demise. To Emilyosaurus. But we don't have to talk about Emilyosaurus. Emilyosaurus, a regular in the chat. 644 messages in the chat. Been following since August of last year. Oh my god. Subbed for 3 months even. A regular. If I log on and don't see Emilyosaurus in the chat, I'm like, why am I even doing this? Why am I even here? Who cares about this game? God damn. That's crazy. I know. You didn't have to say anything. Just so you know, you didn't have to say anything. I just the knowledge that you're. Wait a second. Hold on. I've been following you since 2009. That's not true. Your account was created in 2016. You were following since 2 months ago. What about me, BTH, Master Builder? What's there to say about somebody that's been subbed for 7 months? God damn. I've been with BTH Master Builder longer than I had been with some ex-girlfriends that really messed me up. So listen, I don't know if I can tell you exactly. I don't know if I can tell you exactly the impact that BTH Master Builder has had on me, but I can tell you if BTH Master Builder were to leave, it would ruin a summer. It would ruin a summer of mine. All right? My friends would say, Jake's a little lost right now. All right, enough of this. Enough of this.
Okay.
Jin?
Yes. Don't attack, he says.
What? But it's the perfect chance.
Huh. I told you not to attack!
Oh my god, Aura.
You sly devil. Hid that one up your sleeve, didn't you?
Faded Awakening. Begged for a sub. Begged for a sub and got it. Hands and knees in a text chat. We all saw it. Deplorable, despicable, embarrassing. But it worked. So who's embarrassed now? You or Faded Awakening? God damn. So many messages in the chat that my little thing that tells you how many messages they've sent in the chat has maxed out. So we'll never know the complete number. Worse. We'll never know how many of those messages were on their hands and knees begging for a sub. We'll never know. But he's on that grind. Subbed for 10 months in total. How many of those months were given like the body and blood of Christ placed into their sweet little mouth by the hand of an older and wiser other? Say your prayers. Say your prayers, Faded Awakening. You're going to need them for the future months.
No idea why he said that, but he must have his reasons.
That's right.
Huh?
You can't be too predictable.
You can't be too
right,
predictable.
Mick?
Sounds like a plan. Never seen that side of Jin before.
Let's bring him up. Then it's World Tree climbing time.
Yes,
Sick.
sir.
Bridget!
Huh?
You're still like you used to be.
Jin.
Damn! Assholes.
That's a bit unsporting of them, using a giant boat.
We must hurry. The longer we wait, the bigger their advantage.
Yeah, we gotta go, Rex.
Gramps, you knew, right? About Jin.
Indeed.
Why didn't you tell me?
He is not like Malos. To be honest, I didn't know if you could handle it. You care too much, at times. Jin and Malos must be defeated. Who knows how that'll turn out. But facing them is Pyra and Mithra's unavoidable fate. So, I kept quiet.
Pyra and Mithra's fate?
She shoulders the burden of sustaining your life. Rex, what burden are you taking for her? Can you live for something and hold true to it?
Yeah. Of course.
That's what Vandom did.
I'm living for them. Pyra and Mithra.
I see. Well, I guess you're okay then. Just be sure to walk your own path, Rex. Believe in yourself.
Guys,
Rex! Old man, what are you doing?
the angle wasn't that crazy.
Old man?
Sorry.
There's no good angle with that outfit. I'm sorry. There's no angle. There's no appropriate angle. Like, it doesn't exist. Oh my god. Okay. Chat. We gotta wrap it up here. We gotta wrap it up here for the day. We gotta wrap it up here. Obviously, we burned a lot. Oh, we're gonna have to fix this when we come back. I think a good stopping point. I think we got a lot done today. We burned a lot of time on our presentation. It is what it is. I think we achieved something though. Big tree next stream. Probably tomorrow for the stream. I think I should have the time tomorrow. I don't see why I wouldn't. So look forward to that tomorrow. And otherwise, I'm just so hungry. I just I need dinner. I need dinner bad. My wife was reading my mind when she came down and gave me those grapes to sustain me, you know? Everybody's saying thanks for the stream. It's so nice. I appreciate it. That's crazy. You guys are so nice. I like people saying thanks for the stream is like blowing my mind. This is so sweet. You're making me just want to hang out after class. I do that thing with my class when I teach where I'm like, hey guys, I know class is over, but I'm going to be hanging out here for the next 20 minutes or so if anybody wants to chat, wants to ask some questions. And people usually stay, and it's always a good vibe. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like doing right now. I'm like, guys, class is over. Now let's just come up to the desk. Let's gab. You know what I mean? I like it's always a good time. So that's how I feel right now. I'm like, class is over. Guys, let's just what's going on in your lives? Anybody finding love lately? I hope you're all finding love. That's what I hope for you all. Get in the Discord. Tell me you're finding love. That's what I want. Oh my god. Thanks for the commentary. Oh, I wish no. Oh my god. Okay. Hope everybody's finding love in their life. Working on it. Okay, good. Good. Unironically, yes, within the past 2 weeks. Let's go. J Play. Let's go, J Play. Oh my god. That's all I want to hear. You know what I'm not finding in the Discord? A tennis opponent. No, you got to practice. I'm sorry. You got to practice. Peter of the Critical Error podcast came and visited me for the weekend this past weekend. So we were hanging out. Loaded up Mario Tennis. It was embarrassing. I didn't know what to say. But all right, chat. That's neither here nor there. Thank you all for hanging out with me, spending a little bit of your afternoon, evening, mornings, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thanks for spending that with me. Have an excellent rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Toodaloo.